This is a video presentation for subject TPT250. All information that we'll discuss in this video is the information from 5 articles that relate to the topic. Topic: Air pollution effect on human health.
Air pollution can be a mixture of strong particles and gases in the air, car outflows, chemicals from industrial, dust, pollen and mold spores may be suspended as particles. Due to development and usage of technology, such as transportation, industrial progress, and human activities, air was polluted by toxic waste that can be harmful to humans. The environmental impact of transport is significant because transport is a major user of energy and burns most of world's petroleum. This creates air pollution, including nitrous oxide and particulates, and is a significant contributor to global warming through emission of carbon dioxide. Burning fossil fuel like diesel and gasoline release carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. The buildup of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases like methane, nitrous oxide, and hydrofluorocarbons is causing the Earth's atmosphere to warm, resulting to the changes of climate that we are already starting to see today. Some air toxins are harmful to humans. Human health is important because better health is essential to human joy and well-being. Moreover, it makes a vital commitment to economic progress as healthy populations live longer and are more productive. The health impact of air pollution are observed from both indoor and open air environment. The objective of this review is to determine type of air pollution that can give effect to human health and disease caused by air pollution.
Gaseous poison, which dismiss our ozone layer within the climate, one of the major contributes towards increment of air pollution. This can be created through the combustion of fossil power, which increment tons of vehicles are being driven regularly that produce them. Heavy metals are the third sort of air pollution. There are fundamental metals such as lead, mercury, and others. Besides that, there are persistent natural poison such as made out of a poison, which is bunch of chemical. They are not water insoluble. Subsequently, they will in the long run vanish and contaminate the air. The four most commonly utilized is pesticides, which is by and large utilized by ranchers.
Lung disease is one of effect from air pollution that caused by harmful molecule in transport smoke emission. This can be happen because heavy air polluted in lungs. Heart and lung relate to each other because heart is responsibility to carry oxygen through the blood cell all over the body. When polluted air is blocking the lungs, then heart fails to pump the blood and human will face hard to breathe, and this will lead to death. In other words, when carbon monoxide ties with hemoglobin, it will decrease the sum of oxygen that is able to carry and will decrease oxygen and cause affect various sort of organ, particularly high oxygen because expanding to organ such as the heart and brain. Referred to Brower, he said that particulate matter as not as to influence lung improvement in children counting reversible deficit in lung work, chronically decreased lung development rate, and a deficit in long-term lung function. Furthermore, this disease is very risky to elderly, children or individuals with heart or lung infection other than normal people. It also has the same effect that will occur with a low concentration but for a long period of time. Lung disease also has symptoms such as a nose and throat irritation, followed by bronchitis and dyspnea, especially in individuals with asthma due to air pollution molecule. In conclusion, the rate of death from lung disease has been related with a few records of contamination and socioeconomy, but more focused on contamination factors in study that given control for transport. Air pollution in high concentration can affect the airway. Obviously, lung is important organ to human, so we must take action to prevent this air pollution from become worse by controlling in transport usage.
Another effect that can caused by air pollution from transport is mortality. Mortality can be identified into two periods of time, short-term and long-term. Long-term effect of air pollution exposure can also be identified as a natural cause death because it takes a long period of time before mortality can be happen. For example, a pregnant woman who lives in a busy city might expose herself to transport emission during the pregnancy that can affect both she and her baby. Today, many pregnant women gave birth to her child as a premature and lightweight baby. Pregnant women who exposed to particulate matter during their first 8 weeks of pregnancy tendency to have a baby with a neural tube defects. This might risk the baby's life and also can cause mortality during the pregnancy or after the baby was born. And that we also can relate air pollution effects to ourselves as we tend to get many diseases due to this air pollution exposure since we're a kid. Until we grown up, it becomes at worst state that can lead to mortality. The countries with the most number of deaths due to this air pollution are mostly from the East Mediterranean and Southeast Asia. Based on this statistic, we can conclude that the low-level income countries are more likely to be affected the most when it goes to air pollution problem. This might relate to how the government and the country manage and plan a strategy to decrease the air pollution happen in their country. So now we can see how long-term effects and short-term effects that can cause mortality is very dangerous to our human society.
I will explain about the various diseases. Air pollution can also impact other diseases to human health. Firstly, cognitive function occur to a human brain such as lack of attention, weak of memory and hardly to focus on things. Next, nervous system usually affected due to heavy metal and dioxin. Neurotoxicity, which can lead to neuropathies, will cause symptoms such as memory loss, sleep disorder, anger, and many more neurological problems. Furthermore, in the case of the urinary system, exposure toward heavy metal will cause kidney damage and even failure. It also has a risk in developing stone formation in the kidney, which will cause kidney stones. Last but not least, exposure during pregnancy. Air pollutants may even affect the development of a fetus. When a mother is exposed to UV matter, especially lead the risk of having an abortion and reduced fetal growth in increase. It also proven that exposure to heavy metal may even cause malformation of the fetus.
In conclusion, it shown that lung disease is the main effect caused by air pollution. Lung is the most effect to human because it is the main organ that we use to breathe. If the air was polluted and contains harmful substances, lung disease can happen and worse lead to death. The most affected individuals are the elderly, children, and patients with heart or lung problem. We also found substances that are harmful to humans such as nitrates and sulfates, natural chemicals, metals, soil or tidy particles. These substances that affect humans caused by transportation, factories waste and others. Appropriately, air pollution should be reduced because of uncontrolled human activities can cause this air pollution to be worsened. It is important because without the clean air, humans will not able to live well. People need to gain awareness about air pollution as different types of air pollutant that may happen around the neighborhood could affect their health with different types of diseases.